Okay guys, we are back in Ark Survival Evolved, and this is a crazy patch. The nerf on flyers and things I won't go into, but it is unreal. If you guys haven't read the patch notes, check them out. But today we're looking at the new tech structures they've added in this patch. And they've added quite a few for all you underwater amphibians. The new structures added in patch 256 are the new tech underwater compartments. And they're going to cost you about 450 metal, 170 polymer, 225 crystal, and 3 element, and 40 black pearl. That's for the vacuum compartment. I'm not exactly sure what the cost is for the moon pool structure, but I'd say it's around the same as this here. I couldn't get the spawn code at the time of making this video. And they've also added the tech generator. The tech generator is going to cost you 30 element, 2,400 metal ingots, 250 crystal, 120 black pearl, and 500 polymer. And this powers structures wirelessly. So it requires tech to run, so it's going to be pretty expensive to run, but it powers things wirelessly, which is pretty damn crazy. And there's also a tech teleporter, which allows you to teleport from this teleporter to another teleporter you've placed on the map. And it requires, it actually requires a resource called element shard to use, which is made in the, I believe made in the fabricator. So that's pretty interesting. But what we really want to see is what this underwater stuff looks like in action. So we're going to go see. So it looks like it's hard to place the structures. Can't actually place on these rocks, which is surprising. So it places quite easily on the seafloor here. Here. I don't know how you get into it. It needs to be powered by the looks of it. So we'll try and place down a generator. Okay, so we're going to activate our tech generator here. Whoa! And that seals up your vacuum compartments. And then if you hold this, you can open the porthole. So that's how you modify your area in here. And then it looks like, I don't know how you get out of here. I think you have to have the access point with the moon portal underneath. If you open that up, it floods up the whole area, so it has to be vacuum sealed. And then we can close that. So you need to have one of these moon holes attached to your base so that it doesn't flood. Then you can pop up here. It really reminds me of like Subnautica or something this does. And then you can open up your moon pools here. So this is pretty damn cool. It's all like, wow, it's all sealed in and you're fully underwater, but I wonder how much this costs. I put in 10 element, it's already used 1 element. So this is going to be very expensive to power, I would say. Very, very expensive to power this. But it looks like it goes through and clips pretty well into the ground and stuff, which is cool. Which is pretty flexible. But very expensive to run. So at the moment, it's not really going to be feasible to have your own underwater base. Unless you're a crazy, huge alpha tribe. But even then, it's going to be more for the PvE at the moment. Until they change the costs at the moment, it's going to be way too expensive to run. But it's pretty damn cool. We'll take this mask off. And you can see I'm underwater. It'd be interesting to see if someone raids you whether you can put the walls back up or not. Very interesting. Yeah, it was strange that I could put that generator just on the ground. I was able to place that just directly onto the ground, which was a bit interesting. But it's going to be very expensive to run. I didn't realize you'd have to run it with the tech generator. It's still using one, it's still on the same element though. So I'd say it probably does last probably half an hour or so. It's very interesting though, like, it doesn't sort of flow very well at the moment if you put stairs in here, so looks like it needs a fair bit of work. I'm kind of stuck here actually. But you have to be very careful. If someone blows open one of your doors, they'll be able to flood your flood your area, but then if someone opens this, then you'll have to quickly go into your base and seal up all your walls. Close it up before they get into your base. And they've got about 50,000 health by the looks of it, so I think it's... the whole structure is one thing, so if someone blows it up, they're going to blow up the whole of your portholes, the whole box. So they're pretty tough. We'll test them against some explosives and see how much damage they actually take. So I'd say it's probably going to take about the same damage that standard Tek takes. But it looks like you can't actually attach C4 to the actual door itself, so you have to place it in front of it, which is a bit strange. And then we'll see how much damage this does. That was about 5 C4, I believe. Wow, that didn't do much damage. That's 1 C4, 4,600. Does about 800 damage per C4. So these things are going to be very, very tough. It's going to take a lot of explosives to raid. I don't reckon rockets work underwater still, but they may do. So you can't use rockets underwater still. That's still a thing. So you can only use C4. It's going to make these bases pretty damn OP when they've got turrets on them, because you can put underwater turrets on your base now. So now you can place turrets on your underwater base. And that should be powered. I'm surprised that's not getting reached by the generator here. So the generator must have a pretty small range, to be honest. It's not reaching that distance. Increase the range, so you can increase the range just like you can with the shield generator. And so that should now reach my turret. Now we should have wireless power. So that is pretty damn cool. So if someone's got a base underwater like this, it's going to be pretty damn hard to raid. You'll just have to wait for them to run out of element. Because if there's no element charging that, then the base pretty much just falls apart and opens up, as you guys would have seen. That power. So when there's no power, it's just open box. So it's going to be very, very, very difficult to get one of these things to continuously run. Because that... oh, it's still running on the same element that I had it on before, so it might last for a while. I'd say it probably lasts for about an hour each element. I'm not too sure, but I think that's about the standard time that stuff lasts for. So I gotta say, it's pretty damn cool, but it's not going to be too functional just yet. You're not going to see everyone running around with Tek underwater bases unless you're on a crazy modded server. No one's going to use these. I think when they add the Tek caves, that's when the Tek stuff's going to become more functional and actually like worth using, or cost effective, I guess. So now our teleporter's powered. Requires 36 element shards, so I'm not sure how much element it takes to make a shard, but we'll have a look here to find out. 2 element in there. Okay, so I got 10 element from 10 shard from 2 element. Pretty expensive. This requires 20 more element shard to work. And we can teleport to our other Tek Tier teleporter. That's not as exciting as I expected. So it's pretty damn expensive to teleport for what it is. But I guess in a dire emergency you could use this. But it's pretty vulnerable. 1 C4 again does about 800 damage to this. So I don't see anyone really using this either because it's too expensive. All these things are awesome, but they're too expensive for Ark at the moment. So I'm sure in the next patch when they add the Tek caves that these things will become useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like on it. And until next time, you guys are legends. Thanks for watching.